Hi, all you laddies, lasses, and NBs. Don't you love it when you record like a 1 minute long intro and you forgot to plug in the mic? Anyhow, we're back with Night with Timber. As always, I'm going to give the content warnings. We've got police brutality, blood, gore, mild, sexually charged torture, no sexual assault, just undertones, starvation, hunger-related topics, references to genocide, non-consent rape within a dream, optional side content not part of the main story. Though I don't think I'm gonna, put that on YouTube because, YouTube I don't think is gonna let me. Strangulation, attempted murder, violent fantasies, if you don't want to see that in this game, then like don't watch this. But if you're this far into the series, I don't know how you're still. I don't know why you're here. Also, nobody. I don't suggest anyone below the age of 18 watch this because this is an 18 plus game. With all that out of the way, let's begin. Oh, I just got 300 subscribers as of like last night. Thank y'all so much. I will make more videos about that and thank you more and do stuff. But I didn't expect this. I guess I don't know. I didn't really expect this to be the first thing I record after 300 subscribers. You sit with his words. After a few minutes, he flips each piece of the chicken over to cook the other side. My mom, my mom's getting up there in years now. Sooner or later, I'll have to provide for this pack on. Sooner or later, I'll have to provide for this pack on my own. Stresses her out, I think. Trying to make sure we don't all die off. Trying to make sure we don't all die off once she's gone. You'll feel the need to apologize again. This is a little heavy for dinner conversation. It's fine. You'll feel better once you eat. It wasn't you that you were worried about. But you don't really get to dwell on it for long. The food is ready. It kind of was weird to me that some people are perfectly fine with eating certain animals, while others not, when this is a world full of anthropomorphic animals. And the thing is, or animal hybrid people, the thing is, it's not for religious reasons. Like I understand why some people would do it in real life, or if they have a connection to certain animals that they don't want to eat. But in this case, I just find it really weird considering, the anthropomorphism of certain characters. Timber serves you up a plate, offering a fresh pair of chopsticks. If you're wondering what happened to the last video, it's either unlisted or was posted at the exact same time as another video. So you'll probably find it in the playlist of Nom Nom Nami Games or Night with Timber. You take a bite of the chicken as soon as it's cool enough to eat. It's so tender and delicious. This is better than anything you've had from a restaurant. Well, not that you can afford anything other than fast food, but saying his cooking's better than that feels like a low bar. Juniper and Ember come barreling back over once they realize the food is ready. Hey, you each get one piece. Let Muffin eat their fill, alright? Okay. There's really nothing better than eating delicious fried chicken in the crisp night air. You and the other wolves chow down. Timber encourages Juniper and Ember to eat their greens too. Now that I think about it, I don't think there'll really be a problem with posting a shorter video. So I'll probably post the other one too, even though it ended abruptly because I had to do a lot of stuff after after pausing the video. Hey, Muffin, I know we didn't get a chance to talk, but I'm happy another wolf came to visit. We never get to see other wolves, so I thought it was cool. Hearing him call you a wolf makes your heart swell. Oh yeah, I've already read this. Haven't I talked to Tundra? Instead of taking a suggestion, you decide to take this opportunity to do a little more poking around Glaze. You want to hear Tundra's side of their earlier conversation. In fact, you don't think you can rest until you do. When you look around, you catch a glimpse of her bright white hair from the window of the house next to Timber's. Had she been watching you? Now you're even more curious. You go inside to speak with her, not to peek with her. What is she doing? What is she peeking at? As soon as you enter, she greets you. Music in this game's interesting. Low key, but it's good. I'll definitely use some Nom Nom Nami game music in my next short film. which I've finished the script for, but haven't even begun to record yet. Muffin, did you enjoy your meal? And it's a Halloween special for some reason, even though Halloween is long past. I mean, what? Um, you swallow. This kindness may just be a facade. You know she wasn't exactly happy that Timber decided to cook for you. But it's not like you asked him to. You try to sound extra grateful and offer to repay them however you can. I couldn't ask that of you. It's not as if you were trying to impose. I'm glad that she knows that. Timber has a soft heart. He just can't bear to see anyone go hungry, unless they're rabbits. Timber has oh. Except himself, right? He mentioned before that he was willing to skip meals. Just how dire is the food situation here in Glaze? Oh yeah, I suggest you see my Lonely Wolf Treat series before this. At least the bad endings, because that has Timber in it. Do you come from a large city, Muffin? Do you come from a large city, Muffin? Sort of. You'd say it's more of a town than a big city, but you can't imagine the specific size was the reason she asked. You must have access to you must have access to all sorts of things there. I'm not sure why you would want to come to a place like this. It's because, honestly, you were lonely there. You could eat anything you wanted to, but it would never fill up your soul. Glaze, in comparison. It's so lively. No one here is afraid of you. Making friends is easy. You tell Tundra your honest feelings. She gives a genuine smile in return. I understand how you feel. I can't imagine any other way of life than what we have here. Oh yeah, I forgot the witches didn't treat Muffin so well. But it comes at a cost. This path isn't suited for everyone. Her tone is serious but gentle, like a mother admonishing her child. Thanks for the words. Thanks for all the new words, nom nom nami. Or should I just say nami? I guess I'll say nami, because nom nom nami is a bit mouthful. Warn or reprimand someone firmly. Advice or urge earnestly, or warn of something to be avoided. Basically all means the same thing. Thanks for all the new words. I'll hopefully be using them in my books. Have the other wolves mentioned to you that we are scavengers? You've heard it brought up a few times now, but what exactly do they mean by scavenging? Tundra begins to explain it to you. We live in an extreme environment, Muffin. That angle makes you look scary. It's not the scar, it's the shadow over your face. Many people who are unprepared for such a place end up losing their lives on this mountain. The ice is slippery and the cliffs are steep. When they fall, do we simply leave their corpses to become buried in the snow? No, we make use of them. Even if we must dirty our hands ourselves and push people off cliffs. Rabbits, specifically. Your stomach churns. An entire body, it's a lot of meat. Meat is very valuable, you know. Normally we have to trade quite a bit to obtain it. When food is scarce, we make up the difference by scavenging. Otherwise, we would starve. You hope what Timber fed you really was chicken and not something else. Tell me, Muffin, to someone who comes from a place of abundance, this must sound obscene. Do you think of us as uncivilized, as monsters? You hesitate to question their way of life as an outsider, but you feel so sick at the thought. Eating a dead body, sure, it's meat, but it's... Chickens are also dead bodies, even if they've been cooked. In their position, would you really rather starve? You can't say for sure without having lived it yourself. This used to be a bountiful land. When I was young, food was plentiful. The rivers were filled with enough fish to feed 100 wolves. This was before the rabbits came. This was before the Fire Nation attacked. This was before the rabbits came. They settled in our territory and disrupted nature's careful balance. The hint of malice in her voice unsettles you, but you continue to listen closely. Many, many wolves have died at the hands of rabbits. It is because of them that we were forced to become like this. They would prefer for all of us wolves to die, and for this mountain to become theirs alone. I cannot let that happen, Muffin. It's my pride as a wolf, you must understand. Rather than pride, it's... She's doing what she can to survive, right? I was gonna say wrath. So that the pack doesn't starve. I see, like, Timber's more wrathful than she is. Because he's driven somewhat by revenge. Because I don't know how many rabbits he pushes down, but I think he does push them down quite a bit. You feel torn. You aren't sure what to think anymore. I mean, I'd say it's necessary, even though, you know, Timber's pushing people off cliffs. If this is what they have to do to survive, it isn't your place to question it. You don't know the reality of what it's like to live out here. You've never gone to bed hungry. You're lucky. You've never had to... What was the other option? Flawed? I mean, it's flawed, but not because of the fact that it's dead bodies. This is what animals do. But, I mean, they're human-like animals, but still. You've never gone to bed hungry. It's flawed because Timber pushes them. You're lucky. You've never had to think about this kind of thing before. You understand, then? More or less. You still don't like the thought of it, but you accept that it's necessary for this pack. I'm happy to hear that. Wolves don't often get sympathy. Though I suppose you're one of us, too. Timber saw that in you, and now so do I. One of them. Your heart feels so warm at the thought. Though you don't think you'd be able to eat scavenged meat, you're grateful to be considered a real wolf. Our continued existence on this mountain is very precarious. I apologize for initially being wary of you. Now, you must be tired, Muffin. Why don't you get some rest? You nod, bidding her good night. When you exit, you're surprised to find Timber standing right outside. Hey, I was wondering where you'd slipped off to. Oh yeah, you hadn't bothered to say anything before you walked away. You tell him you think his mom is a nice person. Was she buttering you up in there? She can be pretty strict, you know. Your impression of her is more like she's been through a lot. You'd probably be strict in her position, too. A leader's gotta lay down the law every now and then, A leader's gotta lay down the law every now and then, I guess. Come on, Muffin, let's get you settled in for the night. Good night. Timber's house looks about the same as Tundra's did. Just a couple baskets of supplies and a large blanket laid out over the icy floor. Would have been kind of funny if he somehow had snow furniture. Yeah. Let me get your bed ready. Should have gone ahead and done that sooner. You let him know you don't mind. You barely even feel tired right now. He rolls out a sleeping bag for you right next to his. Oh. I want to see that option. Ask if you can move it a little further away. You would have been known to toss and turn in your sleep and would rather not disturb him. Alright, but don't blame me if you get cold. Timber strips off his coat and climbs into his sleeping bag. You do the same. Maybe you were more tired than you realized. You fall asleep almost as soon as you close your eyes. The sun is up, which means it's safe to travel now. You felt so welcome here, almost don't want to leave. But staying would mean one more wolf they'd have to feed. It'd mean more scavenging, wouldn't it? You can't impose any more than you already have. All that's left to say is goodbyes and be on your way. I don't want to say goodbyes again. Travel safely, Muffin. This food is better off in Tundra's hands. You really want to leave the wolves of Glaze with a little something as a parting gift. No one should have to choose between eating corpses and starving. That's very kind of you. You're welcome to return at any time as a fellow wolf. You aren't sure you can accept... Honorary member of Glaze, you aren't sure you can accept that title, but you promise to return to visit them someday. If nothing else, then to just bring them more food. You want to do anything you can to help them. Always near this time of year. Oh, it's the same ending. Alright, it's time to farm for endings. Your stomach's full, all you want to do is relax. You thank him for the meal and go inside. There isn't much inside Timber's house, just a couple of baskets of supplies, and a large blanket laid over the icy floor. Would have been kind of funny if he had somehow, if he, yeah, I read that a bunch of times. You aren't sure what to do with yourself now that you're in here. It's not like you can just climb into his sleeping bag. You look around absent-mindedly. It's not long before Timber walks through the door to join you. This is just the same as before. I'm happy they at least tell you... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm happy they at least tell you... They give you check marks to what you've already done. It's Muffin. I wish there was a good wolf ending, but I guess Timber just hates wolves that much. What is escapism? What did it say escapism? Well, I wonder what they mean. You wanted to get far, far away from home. The wilderness seemed like a good place for that. There's no way you can tell him all this, but you'd quit your job recently after the strain of it was causing you so much anxiety you could barely function. Oh. You can't tell him because then he'd think of you as a stranger with mental health issues, which might make him more uncomfortable. It'd make him uncomfortable. And if you did that, he'd change his mind about taking you to meet the other wolves. He'd have to leave you out in the cold. But then he might feel bad that he did that to you. And it'd be all your fault for making him feel like a horrible person. Muffin. Hmm. Hmm. Can't tell him any of what actually came to mind when you asked that question. When you asked that question. So instead, you just say that you wanted to get away from it all and come out to a place where there's nobody else around. Huh? Well, sorry to say it, there are actually people living out here. Right, of course, that's not what you meant. Now he thinks you're an ignorant jerk. Aw, poor Muffin. They, she probably thinks, my character's a girl. She probably thinks to herself that, like, that she is so low self-confidence. I feel bad for her. You quit your job, your savings are dwindling, and now you've come out here just to be rude to a kind stranger. You're so... We keep kind of a low profile, though, so I can't blame you for thinking otherwise. Huh? Things can get a little rowdy sometimes in Glaze, but I'm sure they'll all welcome you. Nothing you gotta worry about. He reassured you. How nice of him. Maybe you really don't need to worry about anything. You can just let yourself be taken care of as a guest. Your pounding heart calms a little as your anxiety melts away. You're starting to relax. The two of you continue walking for some time. Just when you're about to ask how much farther it is, Timber points to a small path up ahead. Through here, then just up the hill. Now that you're almost there, your nerves are settling in a little. Is it really okay to trust Timber and his pack just because they're wolves like you? What if they're like bad wolves that hunt people? How can anyone even live in an extreme environment like that? Yeah. Any new dialogue? It all leads to the same stuff. I kind of get relieved when it all leads to the same stuff because I don't have to read as much. Cause like, I just, I'm not saying I don't like seeing it. My voice gets tired, so maybe I won't read everything. And also, I want to see everything, you know. I don't know why I'm saying this so defensively. You'd always wanted to try roughing it out in the snowy mountains like a real wolf. That's why you wanted to camp out here. Ah, the dog complex in action. What the fuck? What dog complex? He nods sagely. What the heck's a dog complex? It's that sense of inferiority you get from being around people who think you're less than what you are. Correct me if I'm wrong, Muffin. Who told you that you've got to prove you're a real wolf? Oh, I like Timber. He's being nice right now. fighting against stereotypes of society. People have mistaken you for a wolf ever since you were a pup. Other children ran from you. It was hard to make friends. Oh wait, am I just a domestic dog rather than a wolf? Is that what he means by people thinking less of you? What do you mean mistaking you as a wolf? And in that case, wouldn't it please everyone more to aspire to be the dog that you are rather than a wolf? Oh, okay. You're confused by what he's saying, but you aren't sure what exactly to ask to help clarify things. You should be who you are, for your own sake. Okay, now he's just speaking in platitudes. You prod him to elaborate more. Platitudes? Like, pity the platitudes? Oh my gosh. Okay, so in other words, it's something that's been said too much, and that's like been like it's been said too much that it kind of loses its thoughtful. It's too used too often to be interesting or thoughtful, according to the dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, I guess. What's not to get? If you live in the wild, you're a wolf. If you live among the rest of society, you're a domestic. Okay, well now you're forcing upon labels. What's not to get? If you live in the wild, you're a wolf. If you live among the rest of society, you're a domesticated pet. You're out here in the wild, which means right now you count as a wolf. You remind Timber that he was the one to call you a dog before. That's 'cause you ran like one. I could almost imagine the jingling little collar on you. That's mean. You lightly punch him in the arm and laugh together. The two of you continue walking for some time. Just when you're about to ask how much farther it is, Timber points to a small path up ahead. Through there, then just up. Yeah. I don't understand. How do I get a different ending? You let her know that you weren't planning on getting in the way or anything. You'll be leaving tomorrow morning. That's for the best. Nice meeting you then. Been helped him cook in a while. What do you think, Glaze? Living out here like this sounds like it'd be tough. You can't imagine it for yourself. But they seem to be making the best of it. Everyone looks pretty happy here. They'd better be happy. I'm working damn hard to make sure of that. The hard work is what scares you. Life in the city isn't easy either, but at least you're used to it. You really couldn't see yourself living in a place like this, Muffin? Itching to get back home already? No, that isn't it. You just don't have the confidence to live like a real wolf. The stupid label. I don't understand. How do I get the other endings? What? That instantly... Oh my gosh. I don't understand! That's wolf ending 2. I can't get wolf ending 1. Was there more options on this route? Stare longingly. Oh yeah, I didn't do that before. You're content to sit there and watch Timber in action. You're not a great cook yourself, so you assume you just get in his way. Timber cheerily chops up some cabbage and gets a pan of oil ready on the cooktop. You don't want to bother him, so you continue to watch in silence as he gets the food ready. The lighting reminds you of being around a campfire. It sort of is one. It feels a little romantic. You can't see his face perfectly, but he's wearing the same grin as always. His tail wags lazily behind him. You'd guess he enjoys cooking. He offered to do it for you without hesitation. You rest your cheek. I thought you said your cheeks. You rest your cheeks in your hand. Ugh. You rest them cheeks in your hand. I was taking pictures of the fucking post I made today. Anyway, feeling the weight of exhaustion hit you after sitting idly for a moment. Good food and some place warm to sleep. It's more than you could have asked for when you showed up here. Yeah, I don't think you expected to be in this town. Timber's so nice. You love getting to feel taken care of. You love getting to feel taken care of. I think that's what I said already. You'd let him take care of you in other ways too. Why did they let me skip that? That was a new line, I think. The sizzling oil in the pan brings you back to reality. You shake your head to wake yourself up a little more. Timber suddenly speaks up. You do eat meat. I thought you said you do eat meat. You do eat meat, don't you? Guess I should have asked first. You'd like to eat his meat. Come on. No, what are you thinking? You're getting way too distracted by the appeal of a man who cooks for you. You smile and let him know fried chicken is one of your favorite foods. Good to hear. Started to worry a little, what with you being so quiet. You admit that you were enjoying watching him cook. He looks like he's having fun. Yep, I live to serve. You feel like your heart's gonna melt. You want him to cook your every meal for the rest of your life. Muffin's so down bad for Timber right now. The food is ready in what feels like no time. It smells amazing. Timber serves you up a plate, offering a fresh pair of chopsticks. Bite of the chicken. You can sleep at my place, Muffin. That alright with you? You nod enthusiastically. You were hoping things would develop in this direction. Head inside if you want. I'll just be a sec. What am I supposed to do differently? Let's see what happens if it's anything new now. I was supposed to be scavenging, but As can we went through all the trouble of cooking for you? Occasion, I was supposed to be scavenging, but I found you instead. His words are like an arrow through your heart. Does he realize how smooth he's being? Thankfully, he doesn't notice your face turning bright red. You try to calm yourself down. Timber wraps up his cleaning and pats at you on the shoulder as he walks by. Come here, I'll take you someplace quieter. A quieter place for some alone time? You hope this means what you think it means. Oh my god! You follow behind him, past some trees, into a somewhat secluded hill. What do you think of Glaze? You're the best part! Can't stop himself, you're saying from Timber's the best thing about Glaze. He snickers at you. Yeah? What makes you say that? When he cocks his eyebrows, your heart skips a beat. You kinda wish he'd just start kissing you right there. Instead, you stammer something about never meeting anyone like him before. Of course not. I'm one of a kind. You hope you can be one of a kind for him, too. You try opening up to him. You explain that you come from a... Yeah. You have to glaze together. Your heart pounds like crazy as he takes you by the hand. We need to so... Can move it closer. You can move it closer. The gap between them... The gap between them is already small, but you suggest closing that gap immediately. It's so funny how down bad Muffin is. He slides it all the way over, then looks back up at you for confirmation. Here? You nod, keeping eye contact. You planning to snuggle up to me during the night? You kinda want to get to that part as soon as possible. You give him a vague answer. Timber strips off his coat and tosses it to the side. You follow suit, taking a seat on your blanket to untie your boots. What if I just title this video Timber Sex? No, I'm not gonna do that. Soon enough, you're both tucked comfortably into your sleeping bags. Timber lies with his arms folded behind his head. You stare at him, unsure what to say. He glances over at you, then smiles. I know what you're thinking. When's he gonna fuck me, right? That is not what you were thinking! You protest, feeling your cheeks getting hot. Timber laughs. You keep making eyes at me. Tell me if I've got the wrong idea. He isn't wrong, but saying it like that... You roll over in embarrassment and bury your face in the sleeping bag. Aw, you're shy. Well, don't worry, I won't do anything you don't ask for. Aw, polite Timber. Having boundaries. So if you do ask for something, he'll do it? Me, Timber! I gotta pick that option, oh my gosh. You stumble over your words a bit, but you find a way to express that you would like to mess around with him. You're still too embarrassed to look at him. Your face must be bright red. Timber wraps his arms around you, pulling you close. His body is... Oh, look at the ears touching. His body is warm against your back. Alright, but we gotta be covert about it. Ain't got any doors in this place. You promise not to make a sound. He pulls your shirt up a little, enough to slide his hand under. You expected his fingers to be colder. Wait, this is happening? He's actually gonna have sex with you? How long have you been waiting for this? Could have said something sooner. How long have you been waiting for this? Could have said something sooner. He speaks softly. You mutter something in response, but you're too turned on. You're too turned on. Why can't I say it? But you're too turned on to think straight. He's rubbing you all up and down. You loosen your scarf a little, afraid you'll overheat. When you do, his lips press against the nape of your neck. You shiver in response. You can't keep your tail from wagging and hitting his leg. You try to stutter out an apology. Aww! That's gotta be the thumbnail. It's fine. Just means you want more, right? It's fine. Just means you want more, right? You nod aggressively. You're so glad you don't have to say it out loud. He takes a second to undo your pants, giving him more kisses in the meantime. Why is he so good at this? He seems way more experienced than you are. He doesn't give your mind time to wander at much at all. His fingers are going to work now, drawing your attention to one thing only. You can't help but whimper and sigh. It feels so fucking good. He puts a hand over your mouth and leans in even closer to whisper in your ear. Wyatt, remember? It didn't sound sexy at all, but I'm not into Timber. He holds you there, continuing to stroke you with his other hand. Being constrained like this is really doing it for you. You grind into his hand helplessly. I wish it would say something a little more vague, because this makes you think that it's a boy or has boy parts. I don't have boy parts. Ew. Even though Gawk is pretty good. I mean, I prefer the pussy, but I think Gawk is pretty good. This is an 18+ video, okay? I can say it. Timber's movements hasten in response, and before you know it, he's sent you completely over the edge. He takes his hand off your mouth. You good? You mumble affirmatively. You've melted into a warm puddle of satisfaction. I wish I could do this with the other characters like Treat, Mochi, and especially Moxie. Good dog. He leaves his arms. He leaves his arm draped over you as your breathing returns to normal. You can still feel his excitement pressed against you. Okay, I'm not trying to do some sexual ASMR. Call him a good dog again. Good doggy. This guy even does aftercare? What a sweetheart. What about you? Nah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. He gives you your ear another affectionate nibble. Go to sleep, Muffin. That almost sounds like a pet name. You lie there, comfortable in his arms, until you drift out of consciousness. Oh, thank goodness it's not the same ending. Feel so welcome, you almost don't want to leave, especially since last night was so. You feel your face get hot, so you slap your cheeks to chase the thoughts away. That was a one-time thing, a memory to be cherished and, well, reflected on later. You pull out some snacks from your backpack before heaving it over your shoulder. Travel safely, Muffin. Travel safely, Muffin. She wasn't that high-pitched. This food is better off in Tundra's hands. Like I was saying, don't be a stranger, alright? The moment feels right, and so you press your lips to Timbers, not caring who sees. Now why the hell would you go and do that? Now why the hell would you go and do that? I didn't expect him to be so affectionate. Like when I started this game. He asks sarcastically, but you can barely hear him over all the barking and howling around you. You guys are sweetheart. You guys are sweethearts. You guys are sweethearts. No one told me anything about that. Nice, Timber. Nice, Timber. I don't think she's being sarcastic. No one told me anything about that. Nice, Timber. One of the wolves turns tail and runs away. You think it might have been Crystal. I'm never gonna hear the end of this. I changed my mind, Muffin. Don't come back. You're too much of a troublemaker. You punch his arm lightly, giving him a knowing smile. And now, with one last goodbye, you're on your way. It's gonna be a long walk back to your campsite. What? I fucked him! Doesn't that make me more than an honorary wolf? Why did I say it like that? Doesn't that give a different ending? Ending? You insist that you're fine, actually. Snuggling would be okay, maybe, but you're not ready for more. You don't want to push yourself. Oh, that's respectable. Like I said, it's up to you. I can go either way. I forgot how much had already been said at this point. Like I said, it's up to you. It can go either way. There's not even any doors in this place. You're too nervous about someone walking in on you or overhearing what's going on. I don't think you did in the other route. It's fine as long as you're quiet. No one cares about this sort of stuff. No one cares about this sort of stuff. You care a little. Timber smiles and rolls his eyes. Timber smiles and rolls his eyes, then says goodnight. He decided to snuggle up to him after all. It's too cold in here not to snuggle. Aw. Come on! Come on. He nuzzles you after you say it. Good dog. Call me a good dog again. Call me a good dog again. Oh. He nuzzles you after you say it. You're a very good dog, Muffin. Now go to sleep. You're a very good dog, Muffin. Now go to sleep. You lie there, comfortable in his arms, until you drift out of consciousness. Give me another ending! Why? Why? You are wondering. What am I doing wrong? Maybe it depends on who you interact with. I think we've done all the lover routes, so let's go ahead. I'm on escapism route. This time just pressing buttons and hoping things happen. Ah! Give me another ending! How long have I been recording? Maybe I should take a break. 39 minutes! That's pretty good. Well, I hope you enjoyed. Rinyan. I'll probably go back and find the other endings. But like how? Hey, Timber. What do I do? It's like all bass and stuff. Not a southerner. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. My name isn't Tofu, it's Muffin. Because Muffin is a cute name. I don't know why he's talking like that. I just noticed there's an auto button. Give me new dialogue or something, anything! Give me something new! It's all checked off already? Give me new dialogue! Okay, fine. I don't want to look up a walkthrough, at least not yet. Anyway, um, should I keep going? I mean, why not? Mm. Oh, okay, so apparently, yeah, fake outro, by the way. I never said scavenging was flawed. That's what I didn't do. I bet, yeah, that's, like I was saying, don't be a stranger. I'm a wolf. Camping trip, I think? Or was the escapism? I forget. Oh, hold on, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Okay, hold on. I think maybe it's escapism? I think it's escape. Hold on, I think it's escapism. I don't need that, right? I don't think I need to talk to all of them. Talk to Tundra. Flawed. You feel like if they're okay with relying on corpses for food, doesn't that kind of... It creates an incentive to kill, doesn't it? It's controversial, I know. Whether I tell you we've never killed anyone or not, you have no reason to believe me without proof. If they're killing people, it isn't scavenging, it's hunting. Chasing someone down with the intention to kill and eat them. That's when you realize it. You ask her to tell you if Timber was hunting you tonight. He can answer that himself. She glances behind you. Timber is standing in the doorway. You're cornered now. You gotta stop asking questions. Gotta stop asking questions, Muffin. Can't you just forget all this? Learning that he'd planned on eating you if you hadn't been a wolf? How could you forget something like that? Does the rest of the pack know what they're doing? Does Juniper? You demand to know if they think someone like Juniper would be happy to learn people were being murdered for be able to eat. Keep your voice down. No, this is totally messed up. How could he act like everything's normal after trying to hunt you? And was that even chicken he fed you earlier? You feel like you're gonna be sick. Timber steps inside, still standing between you and the only exit. I already told you I haven't been able to scavenge. Come on, you can tell by the taste. You can tell by the chase it was... I already told you I haven't been able to scavenge. Come on, you can tell by the taste it was regular chicken. You don't know what to believe. All you know for sure is that Timber was chasing you, and that only makes sense if he was out scavenging. Timber, I know you would never intend to make anyone think you were hunting them. But what do you plan about this? But what do you plan to do about this? Muffin is surely going to rush to report this to the authorities. They're not going to do that. Come on, you wouldn't, right, Muffin? Someone absolutely needs to report this. They're murderers. It's a simple misunderstanding, but we can't afford the consequences. You were already captured once. This would give them the probable cause they need. Timber, you'll be taken away from us again. Timber, you'll be taken away from us again. Ugh. They aren't going to let you leave here alive, are they? This isn't fair. It's because of wolves like these that dogs have a bad reputation. It's because of wolves that you've been bullied and feared your whole life. You thought it would make you stronger to call yourself a wolf, but now you want nothing to do with them. They're going to kill you, as if it's their only option, as if they have no choice. I'm not gonna kill a wolf. Tundra scoffs. Muffin is not a wolf, Timber. Muffin is a dog. Stop panicking, you have to defend yourself. Your hands fumble through the pocket searching for a knife. Searching for you knife. Okay, there's a typo. It isn't there. You do understand what has to be done, yes, as the pack leader. Why isn't it there? You know you put it there. Timber. He takes one of his hands through his pockets. He takes one of his hands out of his pockets and pulls out the knife. It's unmistakably yours. He hands it to Tundra. I'm not killing a wolf. He turns back to you, and before you can try to make a run for it, yep, his mother expertly drives the blade into your throat. Dead end. Murdered by Tundra. Wow! That's a fucked up ending. Absolute zero. Yeah, so I was right. They are pretty much... Timber is pushing people off. I mean, that's what he was gonna do with the rabbit. I cannot for the life of me find out how to get to the other ending. Like, I've gone through all these freaking save files, and I just can't freaking find it. It's really annoying. Like, it just seems like there's only really two endings talking to Tundra. It's either you live or you don't live. Heading inside just pretty much skips to this point, which I'm so tired of seeing this. I'm supposing it has to be the romance route, which is... Fuck. I overwrote the save file. It has to be the romance route, because, I looked it up and it looks like Timber just kisses you goodnight kiss or something, but I don't know how they got to that point. As I said, I don't really want to use a walkthrough, but I'm stuck. And I'd rather not waste hours trying to figure out what to do on my own. Okay, let's save here. So we're locked in on the romance route. I don't think these matter. Like, what am I supposed to do? These... Help him cook. Head inside. That's just the same shit as always. Ugh. Alright, fuck. I'm screwing up. Now my name's Tofu again. I'm not Tofu. Oh, I forgot. Forgot to capitalize it. This is what I have to go through. This is what it's like. Okay. Does this affect anything? Alright, let's meet all the wolves. I'm assuming the skip ahead option means that you don't really necessarily need to do that. Stay with Timber. You're the best part. Oh, I just noticed it's pink. It's romancy. Fuck me, Timber. Shiver me timbers. I had never even thought of that. Yes! Fuck yeah! Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm just really happy that I... What? These are all I got. I guess I'd normally take my pants off, but seeing as I have a guest. Trails off and pauses a moment. I'm just so happy I got another route. Unless you're hoping I'd take them off for you. Save. You didn't say anything about that! Pull your scarf over your face, you can't hide how flustered you are. He would say that while lying only a foot away from you? What about you, Muffin? Gonna take that scarf off, or are you planning on sleeping with it? Oh, right. You actually would prefer to keep it on. It's a little awkward to explain, but you have a scar from your childhood hiding underneath it that you don't want anyone to see. Why has this never come up in any of the other routes? Yeah? He gives you a sympathetic look. Sorry, shouldn't have asked. It's not like you could have known. You aren't offended or anything. Actually, since you already told him a little where you came from, maybe it's best to tell the whole story. When you were in grade school, you were the only dog in your class. It made you a target for bullies. One day, during recess... Hold on. One day, during recess, one of the witches a grade ahead of you started calling you their familiar. You didn't really know them, so it seemed a little weird, but familiars have a comfortable life, so you thought maybe it'd be okay. You didn't really know them, so it seemed a little weird, but familiars have a comfortable life, so you thought maybe it'd be okay. Until they put a collar around your neck and started dragging you around the playground on a leash. That's very wrong, if you didn't consent to that. Which you didn't. It ended up digging into your skin and hard enough to leave a scar. They got in trouble for it. Timber has a kind of serious look on his face. So you try to laugh it off at the end, saying it wasn't like you were traumatized or anything. Muffin. You stop babbling. That sucks. It's shitty that they did that to you. You shake your head, saying that they were pretty young when it happened. You bet that witch just thought they'd look cool for having a wolf as a familiar. You bet that witch just thought they'd look cool for having a wolf as a familiar. Still shitty, though. Still shitty, though. And Timber stares at the icy ceiling above. You feel like you totally brought down the mood. It's just like you said before, though. Being in Glaze, you don't have to be reminded of any of that. You're welcomed as a fellow wolf, even if you're just some dog that showed up out of nowhere. You're grateful to Timber for that. It's why you started to like him so much. Ha. Well, like I said, I was glad I ran into you instead of someone else. Someone else? Yeah, I don't. Do I got his accent? I'm Timber. Yeah, I think that's it. Ha. Well, like I said, I was I was just glad I ran into you instead of someone else. And you're glad too. Ask for a kiss goodnight. With the mood slightly salvaged, you muster all your courage and ask if he'll give you a kiss goodnight. Oh, so you weren't kidding about liking me. Well, he said he was single. If he's available and you're available, then there's nothing wrong with asking for this, right? Sure, I'll give you a kiss. Where do you want it? On the lips, obviously. Can do. He leans in and does just as you requested. It's chest that those cheeks are about to be blushing red so hard. It's chaste and only lasts. It's chaste and only lasts for a second or two. But it makes you really happy. You're happy, but you want maybe just a little bit more. Before you can pull away, you rush in for another kiss. Muffin. You feel his grin against your lips, but you wish he'd just keep kissing you instead. His surprise is only temporary, though. Soon enough, he follows your lead. A small moan escapes as you slip in your tongue. Your tail's going wild under the blanket, too. You're a little impressed with yourself for being so forward. You're more used to being on the receiving end in situations like these. This might be the first time you've wanted someone so badly. It's not enough. You want to be closer. Muffin, Oh, why are these sleeping bags in the way? You push down the zipper and free your arms a little more. But when your hands, at least ask consent, jeez. But when your hands slide up to his neck, he grabs your wrists and pulls them away. Not there. You stop yourself. You've gone too far and done something he doesn't like. This is what I mean, Muffin. You didn't realize this whole time you thought it was just an accessory. They're bandages. Of course you shouldn't touch them. Concerned, you ask if it hurts. Yeah, sorta. Up to his neck. Oh, okay. I was a little confused. He releases your hands and rubs the back of his neck. You apologize and ask if the wound is fresh. I don't want to talk about it. He moves away from you. Sorry, kinda spoiled the moment. You really messed up. Why did you even ask? You could have just left it alone. The shame is so unbearable, you start apologizing again. It's fine, you can just go to sleep. It's fine, you can just go to sleep. He can forget anything ever happened. Because you'll be gone in the morning anyway, that's probably for the best. Stop apologizing, I'm not mad at you. I just hate that I reacted that way. Now I can't even... Timber grumbles in frustration. You look up at him, a little lost in how to feel about this whole thing. I'll just fucking show you. He gives you a serious look, then suddenly starts unwrapping his bandages. The scarring on his neck it's a lot worse than yours. You know how you said you were collared? Well, so was I. This isn't from any normal collar. They almost look like burns. I got snatched up by some real sadists. It's mostly healed now, but the mental stuff, fuck, I don't know. You begin to cry. Hey, you alright? Poor Timber. It's the same, you feel the exact same. The place where that collar dug into your skin, the pain there went away a long time ago, but in your thoughts, your dreams. Every time you see your body in the mirror, you remember it. The reminder that, oh yeah, that happened, huh? Oh god, this is horrible. No matter what you're doing, how far away you are from the people who hurt you, sometimes you can only see yourself as a small, defenseless puppy being dragged out around the playground. You try to I'm glad I put the content warning in the beginning. You try to explain this all to him. The tears keep pouring out, and you aren't being very coherent. Timber puts a hand on your head and pulls you close. Sorry. Aww. His voice is quiet and firm. Sorry. Hadn't really talked to anyone about this before, so didn't realize it'd be something anyone else would understand. Didn't realize it'd be something anyone else would understand. You apologize for suddenly crying. Nah, if it hurts, you can cry. Timber isn't crying, though. Probably because he's probably stoic at this point. He said it hurt, but he isn't. He said it hurt, but he isn't crying. Come on, I'm not gonna cry in front of someone I just met. No offense. A touch of humor is welcome, and you laugh with him a little through your tears. You're calming down. You decide to unwrap your scarf so we can get a look at yours, too. But it's really cold in here. You're wearing it to bed, after all. You each tuck yourselves into sleeping bags and finally call it a night. Wow, that was horrible. You wake with the sunrise that morning. This demonstrates the importance of consent and stuff. Last sentence should be of this video, don't do anything to anyone else unless they consent to it. And I mean anything. You usually never wake up this early, but you feel so motivated. It's something you thought about all night. You think living among cats and witches isn't something you can bear any longer. As soon as you can, you're going to move to Glaze to be with Timber. Oh my gosh. You sure about this? It's kinda like leaving your life behind and all. It's not like your life was any good before. You could use a fresh start. Okay, but... Besides that, you feel like no one's ever understood you the way Timber does. You have a deep bond. I haven't even known you a full day. If he's against you coming to live here, he should just say so. If he thinks you're not cut out to be a wolf... That's not what I'm saying. strange how instead of talking, we all see her thoughts and then the other characters react. It's very interesting. I just don't want you to decide something like this on a whim. If you're coming back, make sure you're not gonna regret it. There's some fucked up shit that goes on out here. Joining us isn't gonna solve all your problems or nothing. It's not that you think it will. And you know you're being imposing by suddenly deciding this, but you give Timber a hug. There's nothing more to say about it, so you'll be taking your leave now. He pats your shoulders and nods. See ya, Muffin. Actually, that name is, you think it's about time you got rid of it. Oh yeah? New name for a new era. That's exactly right. You think really hard about what you'd like Timber to call you. How about Twigs? Is that stupid? You have to tell me if you think it's stupid. Where'd it come from? Did you just look around at the ground and name yourself after the first thing you saw? It's a bit rude. No, if I did that, I would have said Snow. Snow's a cute name. But I like Twigs. Be Twigs, then. No, but you haven't told me whether you think it's stupid. Whatever name you pick, I'm not gonna call it stupid. Aww, base Timber. You could be thinking it, though. If you are, you have to tell me, Timber. I don't want to say in it. But we're Scar Buddies. I can't care what my Scar Buddy thinks. Okay, don't call us that. Now there's a name I can tell you is stupid. I agree. That's kind of fucked up. I don't know, I would at least rephrase. Your bickering continues until Timber finally relents and tells you that Twigs is a fine name. You still aren't sure you believe him, but you've gotten used to it by now. You're sticking with it. Satisfied, you finally wave goodbye and set off up to your campsite. As soon as you get home, you'll be making arrangements to move to Glaze. You'll have to be sure to bring plenty of food to share with everyone. This feels like the best ending for the wolf. As you walk along the icy path, you ponder what Timber's favorite snacks might be. The Captor's Key. Well, yeah, I've been telling you about this the whole time. It looks like we haven't even gotten into this stuff yet. I guess the game's about to get a whole lot darker. That's concerning. Oh, it's specifically for this one. Or maybe it's for the next few. What is the captor route? Like capturing Timber? I don't want to capture Timber. Is it for, like, capturing him for his crimes? Alright, well, this is your chance to turn back if you don't like that stuff. Can't imagine having a scar around your neck. It must be horrible. When you step off the Insta-rail, why is that highlight? Oh, that connects many worlds across time and space, allowing for instantaneous travel between all kinds of destinations. The name is short for Interstellar Railway. I didn't know that. I thought it was like instant rail, like you get there instantly. When you step off the Insta rail and onto the platform, your oversized bags roll easily on the tile. Now to get these down the stairs. You lift the plastic sled from off the top of your luggage, untying the small bow you made to keep it in place. Wait, before we do this, I really wanna see what the other options do. Aww. He's so nice. You think about some of your happier childhood memories before drifting off to sleep. Okay, so you just get the honorary wolf ending. Honorary wolf ending. Yeah, I'm hoping it'll skip me to where it was before. You lift the plastic sled from off the top of your luggage, untying the small bow you made to keep it in place. It's long and unwieldy, but its size will be good to carry your bags all the way to Glaze. You just wish you had some extra muscle to help you out. You aren't the strongest, and one of these things is filled to the brim with bags of rice. But you're determined. Also, what is that little pixel above the the left eyebrow? Or I guess it'd be their right eyebrow. But you're determined. Like it's kind of bothering me. And also, what's all that above their right eye or left eye? My right and my left. My left. This is so hard to explain. Just look at the model and you'll see what I'm talking about. They're determined but you're determined. You go down the steps, then place the sled in the snow. Next comes the hard part. You look back up at one of two giant suitcases, but what surprises you is that a witch is standing next to them looking down at you. Hi. Sorry, when I saw you with all that luggage, I wondered if you might need some help. It's Spice? Oh, I thought that was Space. Is that Space? Like from Her Tears Were My Light? Oh, thank goodness. Yes, please. It's the sweetheart. The kind train attendant uses her magic to levitate each of your bags. Yeah, isn't it Spice and Thyme or whatever? The kind train attendant uses her magic to levitate each of your bags onto the sled, stacking them neatly. I had no idea how this was gonna go. I really appreciate your help. No problem. Do you have a long way to travel? Yes, but it'll be a lot easier to pull everything on the sled. I got it from here. The witch waves goodbye and wishes you well on your journey. How lucky. Strangers usually aren't this nice to you. Then again, Timber was a stranger once, wasn't he? He was always nice to you, too. You naively wonder if it's something about the mountain air that makes everyone a little kinder. That's what you choose to believe about Mount Sorbet. I don't know if that applies to rabbits. I love space. It was nice to your Spice, I guess. You naive, yeah. It takes you all day to make it through the snowfields. You almost worry that you'll get lost along the way, but thankfully you have a pretty good sense of direction. Timber's gonna hunt you down again. The only problem now is the darkness has you feeling a little paranoid. You feel as if someone's watching you from the shadows. Eek! Aw. Such a wholesome transition. That someone just wrapped their arms around you out of nowhere. Sorry, did I scare you? Ah, thank goodness. It's the nice kind of stranger. What? What? I don't see you for a week and now I'm a stranger again? It's only been a week. The nice kind, I said. It's a compliment. He gives you a little squeeze before letting you go. Once he does, you take a moment to adjust your scarf. I came a long way with all this. You gesture to the large bags piled on your sled, which was a great idea, by the way. Although it was still a huge effort by dragging all the way out here. What all's in there? This one's my clothes and snacks. This one's practically all rice. Just rice? That whole thing? I was trying to think of foods that would last a long time, and this is the best I could come up with. Sorry, I guess I should have brought a better variety. Gotta get sick of eating rice, Everyone's gotta get sick of eating rice, aren't they? Everyone's gonna get sick of eating rice, aren't they? No, this is great. We won't have to worry about food for a long time, and I won't have to push rabbits off cliffs anymore. Oh, sorry, what did I say? Good. He seems happy. You're trying really hard to make sure you won't be a burden once you join his pack. Or well, you have joined them. You're joining them. Or well, you have joined them. You're joining them. You're almost there. You're almost there, even. That was a confusing sentence. I tried to guess your favorite snacks. I'll show you once we get to Glaze, and you can pick something out. When you glance back up at Timber, he's giving you such a soft and genuine smile that That you worry your heart might stop right there. Oh no, why is this the captor route? Is that what happens here? No, poor Timber. I know he's a murderer, but like still, he's had it rough. I can't help but feel bad for him. He's giving you such a soft and genuine smile that you worry your heart might stop right there. It's true that you barely know this wolf, but you already feel like you would die for him. That isn't healthy, is it? Uprooting your life to move out here suddenly is beyond risky. Even your dad kept asking if you were sure about all this. But if it means you can see that smile. Oh, that reminds me, I also brought... You slip your backpack off and kneel down in the snow to dig through one of its pockets. Aw, oh, they're so cute. I don't know their gender. And then you present to him your many, many packages. Was it unprotected last time? And then you present to him your many, many packages of condoms. He nearly doubles over in laughter. What? What? I hope I'm not being too presumptuous. Was this the real reason you decided to move out here? Come on, you can say it. Your face flushes, but you don't back down. I just wanted to come prepared. We didn't get to do much before, and I... Sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of you. It's just, it's such a ridiculous amount. I didn't want to run out. Fair enough. Okay, horn dog. Okay, horn dog. I didn't realize you were planning on having sex every night. Not every night, jeez. Maybe I should have kept these a little secret until later. Maybe I should have kept these a secret until later. You hastily shove everything back into your bag and zip up the pocket. Once you're back on your feet, Timber gives your head a firm pat. Glad to have you around, Twigs. You feel like your smile could almost match his in warmth and sincerity, almost. He takes the rope to help you drag your sled and its ridiculous amount of luggage into Glaze. To your new home. Yay! Oh god, what's the 18th? Oh, I can't view it yet? Why not? Why not? Alright. Things are... I want to end this episode off on a good note. But I'm gonna keep playing and recording, just not in this video. Wolf Route, best ending. I want this to be the canon ending. Bye, everyone. Love y'all platonically. Thanks for 300 subs.